Welcome to the party. My name is Naomi Tappan and I'm the independent Epicure consultant behind Tappin's Table with Epicure. Today I have my mom, my assistant, my worker here. She's going to help us out. So let's get started. We're going to jump right into the party and get cooking. The first thing we're going to start off cooking is the gluten-free bagels is what we're going to do, but with this mix you can also do pancakes and waffles. Really convenient. They have the recipes right on the back here for you. So we've measured out 1.5 cups of mix. That's all that's in there so far is just the mix. And now we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Measure. You can just a couple grinds there. And we're going to use the herb and garlic Epicure sea salt for this one. You can use the plain sea salt or any of the other Epicure salts that you might have. That can go right in there. Okay, so we've got that in, and now we're going to take our piano whisk. You'll notice that whisk was standing up. It stands up on its own. It's an excellent product, one of my favorite Epicure products. And we're just going to whisk the salt and the mix together. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a well inside of the bowl there. Okay, and we're going to add 1 cup of yogurt. This is Greek yogurt, and it's in our prep bowl. Now these bowls, I'm not sure if you can see in the video because my quality of my camera is not as good as I'd like, but it does have the measurements on the sides, and they come with the covers, and they seal. Perfect for prepping. Excellent to store sauces and things in, and we're going to put that right into the well. And she's using the Epicure spatula. It can be heated up to 446 degrees. It is an amazing product, great for high heat. It gets in there and cleans all the nooks and crannies. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is using a fork, we're going to mix until combined. So the dough will be crummy, it says. Hear some kids in the background. I apologize. Okay, so that's looking really good. Okay, nice and crummy there. Okay. And then it says to knead dough until it comes together in a ball. Dough should be tacky but not sticky. Oh, we've gained a helper. Another helper.
Mama, so Grammy knead it?
Grammy's kneading it into a ball.
Grammy, you have this when you're done this? Thank you. Wait. When you're done this and that, Grammy, I'm gonna make it full patch you did.
Okay. Now it says to cover this and let it set for 10 minutes. So we're going to set the timer and come back in 10 minutes and see how this looks. Alright, so while our dough is rising, we're going to move on to the next station that we're going to do. We're going to do some egg muffins, is what they're called. And we've gone ahead and we've greased the muffin pan with olive oil. And we've put in eggs. So far, we've only got olive oil, greased the pan, and eggs. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some toppings, and you can add the toppings that you like. This time we've got onions, We've got orange pepper, some cheese, a little bit of chopped spinach. You can really make this your own if you want to add ham slices or tomatoes or avocado, zucchini I've even put in the bottom of it. You can really make it your own.
Here, bud.
This is a great way to meal prep. One of the things that I like to do is one day a week I do several meals ahead of time. It saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of money because you can plan ahead and watch for those things, those items that you know you need. You can check your local grocery stores and get the sales. That's one way I like to save money when I meal prep. I'm going to do this one. Okay, so she's just adding a little chopped spinach to a few of them. And while she's putting that on, I'm gonna zoom in here on the spices a little bit. So we're gonna do a few different ones. We're gonna do one spice per line here. We're gonna do chimichurri, rosemary garlic, roasted garlic, and herb and garlic. Again, you can make this your own. If you have a spice like say cheese, chives, and bacon or 3 onion, you can go ahead and put that in. Don't be caught up on the name. Like the herb and garlic, for example, that's a dip mix, but we're using it in a different application here.
I need donut for it.
Okay.
Cheese.
She's adding a little cheese there. They look good already, even before we put the spices in.
Even good. I'm sorry, Mom. Can I eat this?
There we go. Now she's going to take our 4-in-1 spoon. This spoon has a tablespoon, a teaspoon, a 1/4 teaspoon, and a 1/2 teaspoon measurements on there. And we're going to take just a little bit per muffin portion. You don't really have to measure this out, but as you can see, she's not putting very much in, just enough that you get the taste. Okay, and as she goes on to the next one, I'm just going to grab the chimichurri here and talk about it a little bit. One of the things that I absolutely love about our products is that they have our never ever list. That's 150 items that you will never ever see in our products. That's things like gluten, MSG, GMO, sorry, not GMO, but over 85% of our products are GMO free. Things like MSG, food coloring, artificial dyes, artificial flavors. You're not going to find that in our products. I love that I can pick up any jar. For example, this is our chimichurri jar. If I can get it to focus here. We've got herbs, garlic, tomatoes, sea salt, and chives. That's it. There's nothing in that jar that I can't identify and know at a quick glance what it is and what I'm eating. Love that about our products.
Yeah, we do. This stuff for you, baby. Okay. This part's are too.
Okay, so from there, we're going to put this in the oven and we're going to cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how you like your eggs. If you want to, you can use a fork and just mix it in, but you don't have to. It depends on how you like it and how you prefer it. So we're gonna put that in the oven on our aluminum Epicure sheet pan. This pan is amazing, love it. And of course we have the Epicure muffin pan as well. So it's going in the oven 10 to 15 minutes depending on how you prefer your eggs. And we're gonna move on to the next station. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna make is a really quick breakfast idea. We're going with the breakfast theme today. We've got 1 cup of cottage cheese, and we've got 1 apple diced up with our Epicure knife here. Note that our new one in our book is coated, so it's not white, it is a darker color. So if you're looking in the book, it's the same pear knife that you love, but it's a darker color. Okay, now we're going to focus here on the apple pie spice because that's what we're going to be adding, but if you don't have the apple pie, you can use cinnamon for this. Okay, so we're going to take the apple pie spice and we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon. Notice that 4-in-1 spoon being used again. Lovely product. Okay, we're going to add our apple. And she's using the new Epicure scraper. That's coming out this month only in the Host Rewards package that you can get. Now this is super easy, you just mix. That's all you do, that's done. Looks delicious. And it smells delicious too. It does smell like apple pie. So this is our raised ball. We're going back to our bagels here because we've let this set for 10 minutes. So now we're going to take it out and knead it 2 to 3 times. Let's use a little flour. It does say that you can add flour. If it's a little sticky, you can add a little bit of flour to it. Just bear with me 1 second here. I'm going to help my assistant out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to cut the ball into 6 pieces. Okay, and now we're going to take each piece and roll it into about 7 inches long. So we'll be right back once we get these rolled up. Okay, so we've gone ahead and put a couple in there, and you'll see she's just setting it in and pushing it down just slightly and pinching the ends. And then she's just going to wet her fingers really lightly, or you can oil or butter. Water's fine though. Just getting them just a little bit wet. You don't want them soaked. Okay. And then you can top with whatever kind of seasonings you want. We've got the everything bagel, we have Cocoa Crunch and Tutti Frutti that we're using today, but don't be afraid to make it your own. You can use cheese, chives, and bacon, lemon dilly. You can use, what was one of the ones that the girls used the other day? Cinnamon even. If you wanted to go ahead and throw some raisins in there and do cinnamon bagels, you could do that too. And you'll notice that these toppings here, the everything bagel, the Tutti Frutti, and the Cocoa Crunch, they have the shaker tops, which make them really convenient. Okay, now these are going to go in the oven for, it says, about 15 minutes. Some ovens may take 18 minutes for this, though. Okay, so we're going to throw those in the oven. So here's some of the products that we've used tonight in tonight's video. Okay, there are eggs. They've come out of the oven. They did take slightly longer than the recipe called for, but that could be the oven too. So just keep that in mind. You might have to stick them in just a little bit longer. There's our cottage cheese mixture. Now you can, when you go to eat this, put 2 tablespoons of walnuts on the top. That would be really yummy. And here's our bagels. They've come out of the oven. Don't they look amazing? They're nice and they just pop right out. Perfect. They're quite hot because they just came out. Okay. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to the party tonight. I really enjoyed cooking for you. I want to talk really quick as we close up here of a couple points. So just so you know, Epicure does fundraising. Yes, I know, amazing. So we have 3 options. There's the Extraordinary Trio, the Weekend Dinner Kit, and the Healthy Dessert. So there's something for everybody with that fundraiser. We can do large groups, small groups. Maybe you're raising money for someone in your community. Maybe you have a sports team. Maybe you're just raising money to send some kids on a trip. You can do that with Epicure, and I would love to go into some more detail with you on how you can do that. Just reach out to me if that's something that interests you. One other thing is I want to say a big thank you to my host. Wow, we could not do this without you. Hosts are what makes this company work. And it's fairly easy to host a party. You just gather your friends together for a Facebook party like this, and I do the rest. And what's great about doing the Facebook parties is once you reach that minimum $250 order, you start earning free products and you get half price items. And if you have a party that's booked off of your party, you get an additional half price item. Who doesn't want a free shopping spree and half price items? I don't know anybody that doesn't want that. So let me know tonight if you are ready to do that, and we'll pick a date and we can go from there and you can add your friends. One other thing real quick that I want to touch on is if you liked what I did and if you think that, hey, this is something that I can do, if you want to do what I do, I don't mind reaching out to you and we can have a conversation about how you can become an Epicure consultant as well. So if that's something that interests you, let me know. Again, huge thank you to my host. Love you so much. You're the best. And don't forget, my name is Naomi and I'm an independent Epicure consultant, and I'll see you in the kitchen.